Hi, and finally, welcome to Defcon Sports. I'm Bart. Easy, Vic. Easy, Vic.
I'm Vic. Welcome to Defcon Rugby on this Wednesday. This channel's running like Moana. Bankruptcy.
Bankruptcy, baby.
I tell you, Moana does a better job than what I've done today. This is crazy. This is crazy, man. Look, we've got to wangle something because a lot of things are not working. Look, let's go straight into it. I think if you're Moana Pazifika, you're at Defcon 1, it's all over.
It's sad news, Vic, man.
Is it all over or holy crap? Because I've heard some rumors there might be somebody that can come in and save the team.
Yeah, but I heard the Cheetahs are interested in going.
Well, they can go in as any case to be the 12th team. It doesn't make a difference.
That would be fantastic, man. That would be great.
But listen here. Before we get into the rugby, I've got to plug some stuff because we're doing some new stuff on this channel, Vern.
You are.
We have created a second channel because we have a cooperation or a working together with the Seahawks in Europe.
Fantastic. France.
In France, and so what we've done is we've created a new Vic and Vern NFL channel. So you guys, all you mongrels, go subscribe there straight away. I want to get to about 1,000 subscribers by tonight. So go hit the subscribe button. There's the information. It's Vic and Vern's NFL. Just type in at Vic and Vern's NFL like that. It's 41 subscribers now. But by the end of the show, I want to be at 60. So all you mongrels, get in there, man. Get in there. Because everything with the NFL is going to be on there. The first show is tomorrow. I'll be coming live on that one in the afternoon. We're gonna just a little introduction show on what's coming on. Look, we're gonna have the NFL draft. Of course, we have every week. We'll have a Seahawks game, and we'll have a second. We'll always have 2 games every weekend. We might have the red zone. We're gonna keep you up to date on all the trades and everything.
The Vic zone, Vic. It's the Vic zone.
It's the Savant zone.
The Savant zone. That sounds even better.
That sounds impressive, doesn't it? So that's going to happen. So do join us for that. I'll plug it at the end of the show once again. But let's go. But let's talk about Moana, man. Let's talk about. I'm going to put out the Super Rugby fixtures there, just so we've got something in them. No, we'll put out the table. We'll put it out. No, put out the fixtures. That's the old fixtures. Why I got the old fixtures? Give me the new fixtures. Yeah. There you go. There you go. So Moana will be playing against the Waratahs. Look, they're financed until the end of the season. Why did this whole thing not work for Moana, man? You've got some numbers to Moana. Tell us.
First of all, I must say, on the pitch it didn't work. They've been now 5 seasons in the Super Rugby. They finished last on the first 2 seasons. Then they finished 11th in the 3rd season. Last season they finished 7th, but they did have players like Adi Surveyor there who left. I think that hurt a lot as well. I mean, Adi mustard, but they couldn't attract. Their whole ethos was people in New Zealand, Australia with island heritage or island players. That was the whole ethos.
But the biggest mistake was playing out of New Zealand. I don't understand. You know, you have like 4 or 5 home games a year. I think they should have had those home games either in Samoa or in Tonga, because the Drua have got the Drua. They got the Fijian Drua. But they should have had 3 every year, 3 home games in Samoa, 3 home games in Tonga. Have it on the islands, because you're calling yourself Moana Pazifika, but they're playing out of fucking New Zealand. And New Zealand has got enough teams already, and it's not like, it's not like Crusaders fans are all going to suddenly become Moana fans in 2022.
No.
So I thought they would have had a better chance.
Because they also didn't have a designated home. They were also chopping and changing where they play as well. But of course, they were also sponsored by World Rugby, Drua and Moana Pazifika for the first 3 seasons to help them on the way. They just couldn't get the financial backing that they needed. So if it doesn't make dollars, Vic, it doesn't make sense.
No, but look, I still hope somebody comes in, because look, it's a shame. It is a shame if they would fold, I mean, basically, it's like the Cheetahs. The Cheetahs are nowhere in South Africa as well. I mean, what do? They play the Curry Cup. That's it. There's nothing. Okay, they play the Challenge League, but I mean, I mean, Or can the Super Rugby not support so many teams? That's maybe the next question you got to ask yourself.
Listen, they don't, it's similar to the South African side, they don't have a lot of spectators.
I mean, let's be honest, is 5 teams for the New Zealand? I mean, the Highlanders are not that great. The Western Force are not that great. Is it maybe should there only be 8 teams in this league?
That is a good question. I mean, don't forget, Australia used to have still the Melbourne Rebels in there as a 5th team. They cut that one out, but the Force hasn't delivered. Is there only enough players for 3 Australian teams?
I would go 3 Australian teams, 4 New Zealand teams, and the Drua. Cut the league to 8. Everybody plays everybody twice. That's 14 games, and the top 4 go into the playoffs. You know.
It's hard cutting a team, Vic.
It is, but I mean, look, you've got to do, at the end of the day. I mean, it's like in business, right? In business, let's say you've got, let's take it. You got a hamburger franchise, right? We'll call it McVic's, okay? All right, McVic's and McVern's, right? We've got 10 franchises, right? We've got one in Basel, one in Zurich, one in London, one in Tokyo, whatever, right? If the one in Tokyo is not running, right, and all the other 9 ones, I have to take money out of the other 9 ones that are running to kind of help that 10th one out. How long do you do that? That's the same as the WNBA. The WNBA shouldn't even be a league because it makes minus. I mean, at the end of the day, it's sports, but today it's not sports anymore. It's business.
It's business.
And I mean, you can't. It's not like in the olden days. It's not like Roman Abramovich running the club. Doesn't matter if he loses 200 million. He's just putting it in there, you know. Yeah. I mean, Moana basically needs some oligarch taking them over.
Well, like a Toulon used to have. A Toulon used to have that one guy who put in so much money. Man, he had all the world superstars in that team. But I just think it's sad because I really loved Moana Pazifika. I really loved.
I think Uncle Elon has to come here and take over Moana Pazifika. It's not. I mean, he wouldn't even notice it on his checkbook.
Yeah, but also the identity of the team is not.
No, they've got to play out of. They've got to play out of Samoa.
Yeah.
Well, I would say, you know, every year, what do you have? You like 6, 7 home games or 5, 6 home games. You have them, and you have 1 game away from home, maybe in Tonga, because that was the idea behind the whole thing, to get Tongans and Samoans more involved in it. Yeah. But playing out of New Zealand, and it's not like the island people have the money to hop over to New Zealand to go watch games.
But not just that. I mean, we've got a lot of New Zealanders on the channel, and none of them like Moana Pazifika.
Because they're mongrels.
They're mongrels.
They're more interested in shaking sheep than helping Moana. That's the problem. No, but I just think
there's a good quote from Mo. It's like Wales. Wales also looking for money. Wales teams are also bankrupt. I mean,
but you see, the problem is, listen, let's be honest. Let's be honest. The URC is a joke, because the money you have to look for the Welsh teams. You know, when there was no South African teams in it, traveling was easy.
Yeah.
That you could fucking fly EasyJet to France or something like that, right? Cost you 100.
Bus.
You could take a bus to half the home games. Now you've got to go down to South Africa at least twice a year. Or a minimum 1 time a year. That costs a shitload of money. To take a whole rugby team down, that creates a lot of money. It's hotels, it's all that stuff. I mean, you know, it's not the NFL where you're getting TV rights, 20 billion a year or something like that. I don't even...
But we must say, the URC is actually... They are to blame because their marketing is shit. Their whole how to promote the URC is shit. You can't get it. There's no URC homepage where you can go get some merchandise and easy access to.
No, it's stupid. Well, it's the same as Super Rugby. You can't go onto the Super Rugby homepage and buy merchandise. You've got to go to the. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The problem is these leagues. I'm not a fan of everything US sports. But you've got to put these. If you're going to make a Super Rugby league, right? All the cash, everything should be put into one bucket, right? That doesn't matter if you sell 5 blue shirts and 10 Moana shirts, the cash gets divided. That way, everybody profits. Because this is a league that no one gets relegated either. You know you're not going to get relegated. So you should be upping the financing. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's the promotion of not just Super Rugby, it's the promotion. Rugby in general.
Is very badly promoted.
Very badly promoted.
I mean, I would tell you now, if you took the commissioner from the NFL, right, and you put him in the URC, within 3 years, the URC is fucking making millions.
Yeah, but I don't know why they don't go to these people. You got to learn from the best.
No. I sound like your son when he was small. No. Listen here. No. Because the New Zealand rugby think they know everything better. And Australian rugby think they know it better than New Zealand rugby. And South African rugby think they know everything better than everybody else. And the English know, and the Irish, that's the problem. Everybody, it's how do you say, it's that small-minded little pisses. Everybody's, they would rather be a big fish in a small pond. You know what I mean? Than be a medium-sized fish in a massive pond where you can make a lot of money. They all want to be the main oak, but it's like being the mayor. They all want to be the mayor of Walkabout Creek, right? I'd rather be the mayor of New York City.
It's sad. Get one of these NFL, because nobody does it better than the NFL.
No, the NFL's the best marketed league in the world by a country mile.
Get somebody like that in, yes, pay him a couple of million, but he will make you fucking billions.
When you pay peanuts, you get fucking monkeys, don't you?
Exactly. It's just, they can't even agree on a worldwide rugby schedule.
No.
Come on.
And why? It's not just Moana. Cardiff is bankrupt. The English Premier League teams are not doing well.
No.
The only league that works, that is really financially stable.
France.
May we? Give me a baguette. Look at the stadiums. Look at the stadiums. They're always packed. Doesn't matter who plays.
Not just packed. Everybody's got merchandise on. Come on. That Bordeaux guy. Everybody had either a shirt, a hat, a scarf. Fucking maybe they even had a condom on. I don't know. But they've got something on. And that's the way it should be. Remember when we went to Old Trafford? Huh? Everybody goes through that fucking mall. And they all buy. And that's how you should do it. Everybody that goes into that stadium must go through the mall so they can buy merch.
Of course. I don't understand that. It doesn't make sense. I feel for Moana Pazifika. And if Moana goes, it's not long before the Drua go and the Western Force go. You know that.
Yeah.
And it doesn't help you. It wouldn't even help you if you brought the South African teams in. That's not going to help.
Mo says a ticket for a game is so expensive. The ticket for the game is not expensive, Mo. In South Africa, the tickets are for a URC game. For the Springboks, yes, they're fucking expensive. But for a URC game,
they're giving them away.
It's reasonable, man.
They're giving them away, man. They are giving those tickets away.
The stadiums are freaking 3/4 empty.
Look, you know what? If I go to the cinema here in Switzerland, right? Or you go to the cinema in South Africa, it costs you more than going to a rugby game.
Pretty much. I don't know what the prices are.
So I don't see where the problem is. But I feel for one. I hope they find somebody that can back them financially.
But check out this. Last week in the Super Rugby, it was the Hurricanes against the Blues. The top two teams. And they couldn't fucking fill a stadium. It's the same with South African. We will check out now that on the weekend, the Glasgow Warriors first in the table against the Lions. Must win for the Lions. How many people are going to rock up there, Vic?
Not a lot. I think World Rugby has got a major problem. As a club rugby's got a problem because in New Zealand, in South Africa, for them it's all about the national teams.
Yeah.
But without club rugby, you have no national team.
Exactly.
You need those. I mean, remember last year we did the bloody Curry Cup, right?
Yeah.
We couldn't find a page where we could go buy merchandise of Boerland or something like that.
No, we wanted to buy. Guys, truly, I looked where I could get Boerland merch, Pumas merch, Greek Cross merch. Greek Cross had such nice shirts, man. You know? And you couldn't find Jack fucking Frost.
Because their home pages are bad. A lot of these teams, they don't have good photos on the home pages.
No.
There's not a lot of good information. They're not running in this world of That you've got to have somebody at your club. If it's more, let's take Moana Pazifika. You've got somebody that's running the homepage, that's running TikTok, that's running Facebook. You've got to be out there, because that's the more followers they have, the more advertisement comes in, the more money they earn. If they have 10 million people on Facebook or Snapface or Chat or whatever all these things are called, that is money. That is money. They don't understand. You know what? Moana Pazifika should come to us or to Hamish and say, listen here, we'll give you the rights to put out the games live on your channel. Push it. They don't push it. I mean, how many games do you see of, or how many channels do you see doing Moana Pazifika? I know of 3-4 maybe that do these games. You look at Manchester United, there's like 50,000.
There should be a link at the bottom where you can go to the store, where you can buy the merch.
Definitely.
That's sad, man. I mean, that's what we're going to have one day when we have merchandise.
Well,
the bottom of it is going to be a link going to the store where you can buy merch.
I want half the world to walk around with the Vic and Vern Sports Chat shirt.
Everybody in China should have a t-shirt of Vic and Vern.
I don't understand that. I do not understand that. Look, I'll give them one thing, World Rugby. I think with the Sevens, they're doing a good job, merchandising wise. And the Sevens is starting to grow really quickly, because you're involving a lot of countries now. You got Spain in there, you got Kenya in there, you got fucking Germany's in the Sevens Rugby World Championship. Let's be honest. And once the Germans are there, things go up, because they will push it. So I just think the whole advertising and merchandising is not been good. And yeah.
Oh, 1 second, Brian just deleted. Brian, you're right. Schoolboy Rugby in South Africa has big crowds, but the URC teams don't. I mean, it doesn't matter. I don't think that the Stormer Stadium hasn't been sold out once.
Look, I remember now I'm sounding old again. I remember when Western Province, when it was Western Province against Transvaal, there was never an empty stadium.
Never.
But the problem is, look, we've got to look at it. It's a societal thing today. Today, the young children, they've just got so much. Look, let's be honest. Let's freaking be honest. Before these young people go to the game, right? That's all they want. They're on their phones the whole day. They don't go to the games. But
it's not just the young people, Vic. I don't know why people don't go to the stadium, take your kids, have a nice day out, have something to eat there, make a day of it, It's supposed to be, you've got to grow the next generation of supporters. It belongs to us older people with the kids.
Yeah.
I mean, listen, we took Ryan now to FC Basel, we took Ryan to Manchester. Now he's a fan, man.
There you go. But look, we'll see what happens with Moana. I just think, look, their problem started with them not really having a home base.
Yeah.
So you don't have a home base, you can't build up a home crowd.
Exactly.
End of story. I think they would have been better off if they played all the games in Samoa. Even if in the first season you have to give every ticket for free. I mean, if there's 500 people in the stadium, right, paying $20, you can also give it for free. You just give it for free. But you've got to pack the stadium. You've got to generate that enthusiasm with the people that they want to come again. Because actually, when they do play in Samoa and South Africa, the crowds are not that bad, Vern.
Yeah.
The crowds are bad when they play in New Zealand, and it's not like and when they're playing in New Zealand, when they play their home games in New Zealand, the crowd is like 80% the away team in any case.
Yeah. I just want to say thanks to Peter for that super sticker. Thanks, Pete, for that.
Thanks a lot, man. But look, I don't want to waste too much time. Lot to do still today. But look, we'll keep you updated on Moana. They are playing on Saturday. I
just read an article that Frank Stanley, he's the coach of the Cheetahs, said he would love to go to the Super Rugby.
But is that financially? But you see, is that financially possible? Okay. Do they play their home games in South Africa, or do they go make a base now somewhere in New Zealand? Because for one team, are you traveling? If you're the Crusaders, right? Are you flying to South Africa for one game?
Yeah, it's not viable.
If you could say, look, first Saturday we fly to South Africa, we play the Cheetahs. Second Saturday we play, I don't know, Boland, for example. That makes sense, right? And this year it's the Crusaders have got 2 games. Then next year they have no games in South Africa because you turned it around. You know what I mean? But it's all a. And then don't forget. I mean, can you imagine now? For a team like the Feature and Drua that have to go play against the Cheetahs, you're flying for 3 days, man. I mean, I figured it out the other day from Perth. Who was it? It was Western Force against Drua. 5,300 kilometers is the difference between between Force and the Drua to play a home game. Now you add another 5,000 kilometers onto South Africa.
Yeah.
I mean, you might as well take the bloody space shuttle, man.
But I'd love to see the Cheetahs in the competition. And I'd love to see another South African side in the Super League, in the Super Rugby. And, you know, maybe the Cheetahs can then attract maybe some other players as well.
I think the Cheetahs will not go to Super Rugby. I think they don't have to, because I think the URC will be open for them next year.
I don't think the URC wants a 5th South African team, Vic.
And the Cheetahs play... The Cheetahs are going to call themselves Cheetahs Amsterdam in any case.
I don't know about that. You can't. You lose all your base, Vic.
Well, what base do they have?
They got a lot of people there in Bloem, man.
God. Now, half of them are lying in the Kimberley hole, man. Come on.
That's Kimberley, Vic.
Ah, don't give a shit. It's all Free State for me.
What click was?
That's all the Orange Free State for me. I'm old school. Orange Free State. I don't know I don't even know what to call it today.
Kimberley's not in the Free State, man. It's in the North.
I don't give a shit.
Fucking hell, man.
I don't give a shit. That's me for today, man. I'm off. Let's see what Moana does in the future, man. Ciao, ciao, guys. Thanks for joining us.
Guys. Oh, you should have plugged the channel.
Ah, yes, please, guys. Who's ever out there, look here. Our new channel is out. Vic and Vern's NFL. Go check it out. That is the... Just add at Vic and Vern's NFL. Go hit the subscriptions there. I expect more subscribers there. Our first show is coming out tomorrow. And then we're gonna have a lot of live stuff direct from the NFL draft. I mean, we are truly blessed that we've got this connection with the Seahawks now, and this is gonna be fantastic, man.
Yeah, it's gonna be cool. So get out there and subscribe, guys.
See you guys to later or tomorrow. Tomorrow at 7 o'clock in the morning. Ciao, ciao.
Ciao, ciao.